Hello students, today we are going to solve question 2 from exercise 4.2 of definite integration, and we are going to use same rule which we have used previously. So if integration of fx dx equal to g of x plus c, then integration a to b fx dx. Now this is definite integration, and what is our rule? First we are substituting upper limit in this, so g of b minus, then we are substituting lower limit g of a, and we are not writing this constant. Okay, so same rule we are going to use this, but we will solve examples by the method of substitution. Check now. This is first example of exercise 4.2, and example is integration 1 to 3 cos of log of x upon x into dx. Now we can understand derivative of log x is 1 upon x present here. So we can substitute about this log x as t, and so again we will rearrange this first. 1, 2, 3. First we will write here cos of log of x, and then we will write this 1 upon x dx. Now we will put this log of x equal to t. So we have to replace this dx also. So differentiating this, we have 1 upon x dx equal to dt. Now look here, now we cannot substitute these two things only. We have to replace this 1 and 3 also, because these are the values of x. So when x is equal to 1, we have to find t. So when x is 1, t is equal to log of 1, and log of 1 is 0. And now we will take this upper limit. When x is equal to 3, again we will substitute here, and therefore t is equal to log of 3. And now we can find the value of this definite integration. Now look here, when x is 1, t is 0, and when x is 3, this t is log of 3. And then we will write this cos of log of x is t, and 1 upon x dx is dt. So first what we have to do? First find out the value of this integration, and integration of cos is sine of t, then this box bracket complete. Write down lower limit downside, upper limit upside, and then we will substitute first upper limit, and so sine of log of 3 minus sine of 0. Sine 0 is 0, and so final answer is sine of log of 3. So by this way we have to solve next examples. This is our second example, and here we can observe the term sin x and cos x, and we know the derivative of each term, but under root symbol is cos x. So first we will substitute this cos of x equal to t. So its derivative is minus sin x, that should be attached with dx. So we will split this sin cube x as, so here we will write sine square x, and again into sine of x dx. And again we will express this sine square x in terms of cos x as 1 minus cos square x. We know the identity, sine square x plus cos square x equal to 1. And this term as it is, so sine of x into dx. Now we can substitute this cos of x equal to t, and therefore derivative of cos x is minus sine of x into dx equal to dt. Again we will move this minus sign that side, and therefore sine of x dx equal to minus dt. And again we have to replace these limits also. These are for x. So when x is equal to 0, check now, if x is equal to 0, t is equal to cos of 0, and cos 0 equal to 1. And when x is equal to 2 pi, again we will substitute here t is equal to cos of 2 pi, and again its value is 1. So we will substitute all these things here. Look here, I am writing from 1 to 1 because for 0 also and 2 pi also t is 1. And then root of cos x means root of t, and then here 1 minus t square, and sin x dx is minus dt. Since in definite integration we are substituting upper limit, then by substituting lower limit, so same term is subtracted from the same term, so value of this definite integration will be 0. Or again by another way, if I'll substitute 1 minus 1 square is 0, and again substituting lower limit 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. So final answer is this. This is our third example, and now check the denominator. This is in the form 1 upon a sin x plus b cos of x plus c, and here a is 0, so only in the form b cos of x plus c, and angle is x, so in this case we will substitute tan of x by 2 equal to t. Do you remember, if angle is 2x, then we are substituting tan of x equal to t. Therefore, value of dx, that also we know, d of x equal to twice dt upon 1 plus t square, and here we want cos of x equal to 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. So we will substitute these two things, but again we have to replace these limits also. When x is equal to 0, we will find t. Check here, t equal to tan of 0 because x is 0 and tan 0 is 0. And again when x is pi by 2, t equal to, look here, tan of x by 2, and we are substituting only x equal to pi by 2 upon 2, and this will be pi by 4, and tan pi by 4 equal to 1. So after substituting this here we will write let I is equal to, so I is equal to here 0 to 1, then 1 upon 5 plus 4 cos of x we will write, and dx equal to twice dt. Now in the denominator we will multiply this 5 to 1 and t square also, and we will make denominator same. So here 5 plus 5 into t square, and then 4 into 1, 4 ones are 4, and then 4 into t square minus 4t square, and upon 1 plus t square, and here we will write this term as it is. Same term, upside downside get cancelled. We will take these two constant outside, 0 to 1. 5t square minus 4t square, simply t square, and 5 plus 4 9. We will write 9 as 3 square into dt. So here we will use this formula. Its answer is 1 upon a tan inverse of x upon a. So same we will use here. 1 upon a means 1 upon 3 tan inverse of, now instead of x there is t, so here t upon this 3, and then here we will write this limit from 0 to 1. So again we can take this 3 outside, so 2 upon 3, and first we will substitute this upper limit here. So tan inverse of 1 upon 3, then middle sign minus, then substitute lower limit. So tan inverse of 0 upon 3, and this box bracket complete. And again this is equal to this term as it is. And since tan inverse of 0 is 0, here we will write 0, and that is equal to tan inverse of 1 upon 3. This is our final answer. This is our fourth example and check the integrand. Here in the denominator we can observe e raised to x term and e raised to minus x also. If we will substitute e raised to x equal to t, then its derivative e raised to x dx must be present in the numerator, which is absent here. So first we will multiply numerator and denominator by e raised to x. First we will write here let I is equal to this by e raised to x, and therefore this I is equal to integration minus 1 to 1. Here we will write e raised to x, and in the denominator we will multiply to both the term. So here a square and e raised to x into e raised to x means e raised to x square, and then plus b square, and here if we will multiply e raised to minus x to e raised to x, then we will have e raised to minus x plus x, and so that is e raised to 0 and its value is 1. So here simply we will write here b square and into dx. And now we can substitute e raised to x equal to t, and therefore put e raised to x equal to t, and therefore differentiating this e raised to x dx equal to dt. Now we have to change these limits also, and substituting x is equal to 1 here, and therefore t is equal to e raised to 1 means simply e, and if I'll substitute x is equal to minus 1 here, so t is equal to e raised to minus 1, that is equal to 1 upon e, and we will substitute these limits here. Now look here, x is equal to minus 1. When x is equal to minus 1, value of t is 1 upon e. So here we will write 1 upon e, and when x is equal to 1, t is e, and e raised to x dx is dt. Here we will write, and downside a square and e raised to x means t. So here a square t square, and then we will write plus b square. Now again check, this is in the standard form, but we have to make coefficient of square term 1. So we will take this a square common from this and this, and therefore here we will write 1 upon a square, and here t square, and since we are taking a square common, so we have to divide by a square. Now this is in standard form of this, and we will use this formula 1 upon a tan inverse of x upon a, and so here we will write this 1 upon a square as it is, and 1 upon a is b upon a, but we will keep this in square bracket, this answer, and tan inverse of this t upon a means again b upon a, this bracket complete, and these limits 1 upon e to e. And now 1a get cancelled, and we will take this constant outside, and here also we will move this a upside, so we have tan inverse of a t upon b, and these limits 1 upon e to e. Now we will substitute first upper limit here, so this will become a e upon b, and then middle sign minus, and if I'll substitute this lower limit, so tan inverse of a upon eb, and this bracket complete. And this is our final answer, and by this way you have to solve all these examples. This is our fifth example, and check the integrand. Here we can observe sin x term and cos of x also. So we can substitute this sin of x equal to t. So first we will write let I is equal to this, and we will substitute sin of x equal to t, and find out derivative of this, which is cos of x dx equal to dt. And again we have to change limit, don't forget this. When x equal to 0, So we will substitute here x equal to 0 and therefore t equal to sine of 0 and sine 0 is 0. Here also we will substitute x equal to pi by 2 and so t equal to sine of pi by 2 and sine 90 is 1. Now we will substitute these four things here. When x equal to 0, t equal to 0 and when x equal to pi by 2, t is 1, cos x dx is dt and in the denominator here this is 1 plus t and here 2 plus t. Now look the denominator. There are two linear factors. So we have to solve this example by partial fraction method. But instead of writing a upon this first factor and b upon second factor, we will adjust this only denominator in the numerator as 2 plus t, then take minus and then this factor 1 plus t upon these two factors. Check here, plus t minus t get cancelled and 2 minus 1 is 1. So we can write instead of 1 these two factors. Now we will divide each term by this denominator. Look here, if we will divide 2 plus t by this denominator, this factor and this factor get cancelled and simply 1 upon 1 plus t remains and middle sign minus. And if we will divide this second factor by these two factors, so this 1 plus t, this bracket get cancelled and we have 1 upon 2 plus t and here we will write dt. Here we have to write dt. And now we will integrate separately these two terms and then this second 1 upon 2 plus t into dt and we know that its answer is log of mod of 1 plus t and we will write this box bracket from 0 to 1 and same for second and again here 0 to 1. Since coefficient of t is 1, no need to divide by 1. And now we will substitute first upper limit and then lower limit. So after substituting this 1, we have 1 plus 1 2. So log of 2 minus, if we will substitute 0, we will have simply log of 1 and then minus, then we will substitute again 1. So 2 plus 1 is log 3 and then minus, and if we will substitute 0, so here log of 2. And now solve the bracket and so again we have log of 2, value of log 1 is 0 equal to 0 and so this is 0, then minus log of 3 and this minus minus plus log of 2. Now we know the rule of log. If there is addition, we are multiplying. Here I'll write 2 multiply by 2 and for subtraction we have to divide. By this way also you can find answer, or log 2 plus log 2 means we can take 2 log of 2 and this 2 will go upside as an index. So log of 2 square and which is log of 4. By this way also you can solve these two logs and so final answer is log of 4 by 3. By this way, you have to solve remaining examples by substitution method. And here we have completed question 2 from exercise 4.2. And in the next lecture, we are going to check the properties of definite integrations and examples on it.